Let's start our third replay review.
I'm
gonna start with Urfinator on Unicorn. Yep, Unicorn. All right.
checking throughout this time. Okay, sorry. We said a lot of things. We'll try to like point them out individually again. Sorry.
Same person too.
Yeah. Somehow. Okay, yeah, so like we said, your partner kind of like runs into the middle at the start, and that's kind of supposed to be your job, so you shouldn't feel bad about not dying first in this, because that's definitely more on your partner. I know it's a beginner lobby, but yeah. So, okay. And in general, your basic understanding of what to do with Unicorn seems like regular. Like, oh, I'm just going to circle them and fire beam magnums, and I'm going to fastball. So this is fine for like beginner stuff, especially because you're not super familiar with the suit yet. You pop NTT when it comes up. You go in and you try to do stuff with it. This was the point when I told you should have just done assist to get the down instead of going for the melee after NTT Jack.
Yeah, because you can step out of NTT Jack.
Yeah. So like the usual thing you do is you do NTT Jack, and then you step, and then you do assist, and you main the fastball. And that just like throws out a pretty fast, good correction attack into assist, and until landing that's hard to punish.
Well, it's mostly that it comes out instantly, so the moment you hit the button, the moment you can step.
And pause please.
Right.
This was basically the point you should have like looked to try to burst. If you were like convinced you wanted to burst on your first life, this is basically your window to do it, because you're not being shot at. You have like a window, you're not stuck in NTD. Like this was the opportunity, but you kind of like waited, and then you bursted at 14 health in the vid. So like just like if you played, this is the point we were talking about in the vid. Like you get hit here, you go down to 13 HP, my bad, and then you try to burst, but two shots from like Zaku's machine gun and you're dead. Like, so yeah, and then now you can't get another burst. So yeah, it was good to try. It was good to get the first life burst out, but like try to do it as fast as possible instead of like waiting until you're that low. Basically, is the biggest thing. Is there anything else you would like to see? I have a few more things, but like I don't want to.
I'm good.
Well, I suppose I would say that you should probably avoid using bazooka, like unless like you'd need to use it basically with this suit, because the beam magnum is generally like pretty good by itself, right? Like you don't really want to like press it like randomly in neutral, in my opinion, for the most part, because you would rather just be doing beam magnums and fastballs for the most part. The bazooka doesn't really have like significantly better guidance than a beam magnum for the most part, so you play Unicorn more than me, so maybe you can comment on that though.
It's mostly to do step zook.
Yeah.
In self-defense situations, and it's not because the bazooka's good, it's that it's a cancel that you can step into.
Yeah.
Like raw bazooka doesn't have much.
That was good. Like that, what you did there, where you needed the cancel chain, that was good. But
yeah,
like
you already
the one where you were trying to poke his landing was bad. Like you shouldn't really use, like that was also like questionable. I would have, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it kind of looks like you're struggling to like get away from people with Unicorn. So probably would be like his Almacan auto faces him in this game, correct? Or
yep.
Yeah. So you probably need to like think about like retreating. Okay, that was good. But you probably need to think about using your Almacan to retreat a bit more to get out, especially when you're in normal mode. Okay, if you're gonna burst here, let's see.
Yeah, you can like boost top diagonally away and then just step fast fall.
You're gonna burst. Please burst. No, you didn't burst. Okay, now you're not gonna get. Now you will struggle to get another half burst. You could still burst though. It might still happen. Oh well. Okay. That won't happen because your partner's died, and you're too low anyway. Now you're bursting. Are we gonna get the kill? Okay, we got stuff. Good.
Oh, one good use of bazooka as a poke. You can use it to get a vernier move, so you can step out of it into a fast fall. And I can demonstrate that if you need a demonstration.
Your partner got bullied to death. Okay. So yeah, like in that game, like we kind of had like the problem. We had the opposite problem with burst, where you kind of just like forgot to do it like at all for way too long. So you only got one burst, and that was a pretty big deal.
On the other hand, they're not boosting to overboosts. like hardly at all. They're being very conscious about how much actions they're doing, which is nice.
Yeah, that's definitely good. That's definitely good. I think one of the other things I'm noticing is that, and this is just going to be like a raw practice thing, but obviously your timing for beam magnum zundas is definitely like not quite there yet. But if you're new to playing, if you're not like very familiar, that's fine, because like beam magnum zundas definitely take longer to figure out in terms of timing, because you have to keep holding the boost a little bit longer than an average beam rifle shot.
Yeah, I'm just glad that they weren't panicking when like they would get a random out of angle. They would just take one boost dash horizontally or diagonally and then just land. And I'm like, good, they're not panicking.
Yeah.
Because that's like good. The territory where I'm like, strongly consider arcade mode, or well, I always consider arcade mode.
Arcade mode is fantastic for a suit like Unicorn, because all you really need to do is grind basic sequences in normal mode for the most part. Like if you can just get good at churning out non-stop magnums while staying on angle, and then getting used to fastballs, it really helps.
That's just stiff movement, I'd say. You're not committing too many actions, which is good.
Yeah, the thing is that when it comes to boost dashing immediately on landing, the timing will vary depending on on your boost bar, so you kind of have to like sort of pay attention to that to have an idea of like when you can actually boost out. Okay, we actually saw some swerving there, that's good. Okay, fast fall down. That was a little bit too high of a fast fall to actually be like effective for cutting. Oof. A little unfortunate. I think you could have gotten out of that. Oh, your partner is like kind of just getting railed again. Looks like you're probably playing back this game. Yeah, in these kinds of defensive situations, you should definitely be thinking about using your Amicon a bit more, because like it seems like you're remembering.
I'm gonna go ahead and just go right back here. Like being like awkwardly in this kind of position against him, right? You can actually boost hop away, like in a situation like that. Wait for them to land and then just call fast fall. And because you're making distance, you're forcing them to either come closer or you're going to get an opportunity to punish the landing.
Yeah, especially because Psycho Zaku doesn't really have like high correction moves besides his CSA. So like if you just like boost hop away, it'll be relatively difficult.
Get out of the habit of pressing sub, because you can't step cancel sub. But if you did NTD hack there and then stepped with your fast fall, just step assist main, he wouldn't have hit you there, and you might have actually gotten an opportunity to punish the landing.
Yeah, sub is like pretty niche in use. Like I wouldn't really recommend using it that much.
I still need to play with the correction on it, but yeah. I haven't really touched it since I just used CSA.
If you're gonna burst, that would be a good time. Okay. Yeah. One of the things about the auto-facing Amicon that Unicorn has that's like really powerful is that you basically get to like be a lot lazier about your maintaining on angle in defensive situations, because you can just retreat and then throw it out, like, and you'll be good. Okay.
Should have kept moving. So shoot on wake up. If you ever want to shoot after a landing or on wake up, you really need to like get a habit of stepping. Otherwise, don't do it.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, you were still in S-burst there, right? Yeah, or did you drop out?
No, it was still S-burst. They just kind of floated into it.
Yeah. If you're an S-burst with Unicorn, you should generally especially if you're in a boost off, you should probably just be shooting for the sake of it, frankly, because putting crap on the screen means they can't do things like that. It's forces a lot of movement. Yes, so far I'm mostly like kind of similar to last week. We're like, hey, bursting's good.
It is good.
Okay. Knock shots, partner's a little bit out of position. You're trying to reclaim. This is good. Pushing in, you vectored him. You didn't get a full down though, but he got knocked down either way. Partner probably finished it. That was a really good Amicon, actually, and that was also a pretty good like boost because it was slightly dangerous in that situation. So this is good. If you did an Amicon here, You did okay. You did. See. There you go. Like you flew out of the way, and you did stuff didn't reach you, and you got shot trying to push in. That was like a good example of what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, if you don't want to like brave pubs, and there's no beginner rooms, like there's a lot to practice on Unicorn. Just okay, that was good. Pop, pop, pop. Man, that
you actually did you did the NTD Jack assist fastball a little bit slowly, but like you did do it, so it's good that you actually do have it. Yeah, because you can do that way faster. That can come out like instantly if you're falling like the instant you step out of it. We'll show you an example of that later. Okay.
Like that could have been an assist fastball instead of a Vernier shot.
Yeah. Like so, yeah. Like definitely, like just be like probably like way less subs with this thing in both modes, basically for the most part for now.
But yeah, I'd say out of angle or boosting away and then calling the assist out of angle is like the forbidden jutsu of all those assists.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, we're still alive. Don't know if your partner has burst though. Wasn't keeping track. Chasing. Right. Okay, you got the kill there.
You kind of built an intuition that sub shoots people off you easier if you do it up close than B Magnum does, which is good. Because that is true. I just try to always shoot like a B Magnum into sub, like B Magnum step sub. But I manage my facing a lot better, so I can do that more.
Yeah, the other thing is that you in these situations where you're even like tossing the sub, you should probably be instantly tossing out an Omicron as well afterwards instead of like just normally boosting. Because like if the sub misses, you need to get the hell out of the way. Yeah.
Y'all ever hear of bursting? S burst. Oh, there was just a main there. That would have been fine.
Yeah, like a step backwards main would have been really good there. Okay, we're retreating out with this. We unfortunately did. Yeah, like some of these Omicons are like, I'll show you this in later, but like a lot of these Omicons are being done a little bit high up, and so you have to be able to also react to the fact that shots are still coming your way. Like you're like, oh, they're still shooting my landing. Like I need to like boost dash one more time. It's similar concept to when you boost top out the way. If you Omicon from high up, you're not actually protecting your landing that much, and your landing becomes a little bit telegraphed because the closer you do it to the ground, the harder it is to actually tell. But obviously, you get more distance when you do it higher up. Oh, getting harassed really hard by Psycho Zaku. Okay, S burst. We gonna hit anything? Yeah, try not to not move. E burst. Yeah, and not looking at Psycho Zaku right after he bursted was a mistake for sure. Because he's not obviously, but generally speaking, if somebody's in burst, you probably want to look at them to make sure that they don't use their superior movement to try to, hit you, especially when you're one hit from death.
All right, last one.
Okay.
I'm dropping a ton of frames today. My internet just keeps getting worse.
No, I understand you didn't realize you would hit that guy earlier. It's just I was just like hypothetically saying like, oh, the step main would have been really good there.
Yeah, even if the stream quality dips too much, these will have a local recording. Also, the stream quality.
That was like a fast fall backwards into the same direction you just moved from, which is generally not what you want to do either. As a note. And we're boost. Yeah, your partner is kind of still just moving way out in front for the most part, not really trying to back out. So these are like difficult games to learn to play front end. Oop. Do we have S-Burst? We have like almost have it. There's 9. Now you have it. You're an NTD though, which is like one of the problems. It's hard to use it effectively. Raw melee, Yeah, NTD Jack reloads so fast that for the most part that is like how you hit people in NTD. You don't really do raw melee with Unicorn besides CC8B. Okay, we got a burst. Main, we got out of the way of stuff in time. We're firing main some more. Yeah. Oh no, you're boost dash. You're actually.
Oh my gosh, another super.
Oh no. Yeah, you're boost dashing whilst you're in S burst a lot, and not really taking advantage of the fact you're in S burst. Like in a lot of these situations, you should really be looking to like do things like boost hop, like towards people, whilst churning out the main like a machine gun, kind of like we talked about with Zaku Amazing. Like the especially with Unicorn, it's really good because you have unlimited ammo. So whenever you run out, you're just gonna cancel it into reload, and then the reload's gonna cancel for more shots. So you don't need to keep boost dashing to keep firing more main. You kind of want to just like boost top at people and unload it non-stop. And if they do anything, they're gonna get hit. So they have to move correctly.
All right, I'm gonna go straight into some demonstrations.
Well, I want to just kind of like just go over like the main things. Kind of want to for Orphanator to kind of take away from this. So like number one, again, try to make sure that you get like 2 bursts. Like it's pretty important to try to make sure you're consistently getting 2 bursts. And during that burst, try to make sure that you're doing things like boost hopping, say like diagonally, and whilst Unicorn mode. Like that's like ideally what you want to do. And
you're cutting out actually.
Mode, am I cutting out? Hello?
Yeah, you might need to repeat like the last 10 seconds.
Okay, I'm sorry. I will repeat myself. Should I rejoin the call and try to see if that helps anything?
I think my internet's just shit today.
Okay, Sky says they hurt. Yeah, you should generally not save for a full burst, especially when you're playing 3000 suit. Like the only reason that you would full burst on a 3000 suit is typically because you're just like, oh, you recognize that you're too low to be able to half burst safely, basically. Yeah. So sorry, I'll just repeat that again quickly. You want to make sure you get 2 bursts, and you want to be in Unicorn mode, and you want to make sure you boost top at people, and you want to shoot main non-stop, right? The next thing is in NTD mode. Don't go for raw melee, and try to get like good at doing the NTD jack into step, into assist, into main, basically as your like general poke. In fact, just pressing NTD jack and then boosting around, that's your BC button in NTD, is like how you should be poking people.
Yeah. You're
really fast, and you can just flat people and just press it, and and if they do anything, they'll get hit. Basically.
I'm usually aiming to not take any damage when I enter NTD mode.
Yeah, it's a good way to
look at it. Because you can just pressure so safely, and then CCAB opportunities like start falling into your lap, at least from my point of view.
Mm-hmm.
When you start maneuvering around people properly, they do so much to try to avoid the NTD hacks.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, cool.
Yeah, and the very last thing I'll suggest is that when you need to retreat, like, consider like boost hopping away from people and then like boost dashing like diagonally backwards or something, and then throwing out the assist into the fast fall, like defensively, because that's pretty hard. If somebody's just trying to run into you, that's pretty hard to get through. That's a lot of crap to get through, and you're moving at enough of an angle that it's relatively difficult to penetrate to. Like here, we're gonna show you the thing that we're talking about before we move on, because we don't want to make you have to sit around all the way until the end.
Yeah, the MG actually isn't ultra important until you start playing better people. But yeah, like, if you get caught, like, awkwardly close to people and you're not sure if you're going to stay on angle, if they're going to, like, out of angle you can just boost hop away and just get comfortable, just step fast falling. And you can have it just be this really clean motion.
Yeah. And then if you do it low enough to the ground, then you should be pretty safe, but if you do it higher up, which is sometimes necessary, you should try to react and make sure if they're like trying to slow going for your landing.
Yeah, like closer to the landing. What else?
NTD jack stuff. That was the main other thing to show.
Oh yeah.
And S burst and NTD jack stuff. Those are the things to show.
But yeah, I'll just spin around, circle around people, and just kind of hold main just because you can. And that's my main cancel. I don't know if I've even pressed sub in this game.
Yeah, there you go. Like that was like main into BC into stat into assist main, like fast fall.
And sometimes you'll realize like, oh, I have tons of time to like wreck this dude. I can just NTD hack straight into neutral melee. And then in S-Burst, there's like just boosting and spamming, reload, boost hopping and spamming. One thing I like to do is when I see stuff coming towards me, I activate Bazooka and then use that as a fastball, because you can step out of it and burst. And it makes your S-Burst incredibly cut resistant.
Yeah, heck, you can do step Bazooka main if you want as well in this game, in S-Burst. But yeah.
Well, the thing is, sometimes I don't even let the Bazooka come out because I'm just more focused on stepping fast.
That's true. But yeah, like if you're an S-Burst, you should be wanting to go like, I want to churn shots out non-stop. You want to turn your main into like a machine gun, basically, as Unicorn.
Yeah. Usually I think the first step to like, am I playing Unicorn properly, is you're going to see assist on cooldown so much, to the point where you're like, oh god, I'm overusing assist. Because I'm constantly sitting here, half the time in neutral, I'm sitting here like doing way more actions than I want to, because I'm like, uh-oh, where's my assist? Come on, come back to me. And then I activate it like last second, although I botched that input. But yeah, the key strength to NTD mode is not its melee ability, it's just being so evasive. And then eventually people will just get so frustrated trying to avoid you that they'll take a really obvious landing and you can just whoop! And now you collect your 250 damage. It's sad that that only does 250. Could have like gave him some melee damage tweaks or something in this game, I don't know. It's hard. Because S-Burst feels so strong at low level. Anyway, that's it for Unicorn for now. I think. On to Miles. Alright, if you're here, Miles, we're moving on to you. Alright, you ready, Irysa?
Yep.
Miles is going to be playing 00 most of this.
There we go. Okay. Sorry, I haven't opened that. Okay. Let's see. So we went to Raiser, did Gyro Assist, circling, we're throwing another guy. Poking with Gyro Assist like this at range is actually pretty good. So like I'm fine with that. Like because I feel like the correction on the actual assist is a bit weak, like at close range personally. So we're poking with 2B and stuff. So this is like a very slow way to play 00Raiser, but that's okay if you're confident your partner is not gonna die. But like you kind of like left your partner out. Like the thing is that 00Raiser, like you almost kind of have to do more stuff in your pack mode, because if you don't, you end up in situations like this. But if you're confident that you can deal with the overcost, then I suppose that's okay too. Okay, we have the pack mode on, refilled your ammo, we're circling, we're trying to get a hit here, but we're a little bit... Yeah, okay, so these are now that you're moving in on people, like, in these situations where you're moving on people, you need to use CSA. Like, this is basically, like, what kind of the suit is good at. He can poke all he wants at, like, long range without using it, but, like, at closer range, you kind of really need to start using this. Okay, we're gonna see how you get that. You got the S-Burst out, which is good. We're moving in, we're dumping machine gun shots. Take note, Orphanator. But, okay, we're turning them out. That guy avoided them all. Okay, we're quantized, so we're out of... It's okay. We did it. We got a kill. So, and we used it. We forced all the movement. So we did okay. Arrow pokes more. Okay, moving into them at that point was very, very questionable. Like you kind of just dived into the enemy team right after your partner died. So that was definitely not the correct decision to make. And now you're just like, oh yeah, oh I got the opportunity. Nope, missiles.
I don't necessarily play that melee, but it's because she and Penelope, so you have to just train yourself.
I know, but
any other
like you probably shouldn't have been.
Any other suit that probably would have landed.
you did it. I think you're like one thing off like one S burst. So like all you have to do is like get one beam rifle hit, and you can get an S burst.
No, they're on S
you
burst
have it
right
already.
now.
You have it already. That's great. Oh no! I think you went for melee. Oh, you're meleeing. Ah, retreat. Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, your basic Zunda does 195, so.
This looks like it could be over. Oh, you target swapped. Did your partner get the down? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what. I guess you were looking to see Penelope. Like,
Also, yeah, I think S burst refilled your Riser pack, so it was.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay, we moved. Okay. This is like you guys have brought this back. Your bursts have like definitely helped a lot. So it's very good that you bursted twice. I can't like I know we keep sounding like a broken record, but I can't stress how important it is to be able to do that. So even if the game looks messy otherwise, if you got out your 2 bursts, you did good. Like I'm always gonna keep complimenting that in a lot of these replays. Okay, so yeah. The thing I want to focus on though is definitely going to be the lack of CSA use. We're going to have to show that later, but whenever you move in with this suit, you absolutely need to use CSA. You need to like, you need, because CSA is basically your fastfall.
Well, you're in luck, Miles, because I can show you a 5 button sequence that is 99% of what you do in Riser mode.
Yeah. Like,
yeah,
at long range, at long range, it's totally fine to actually just poke with main and 2B. Like, if you want to play a slower game, it's okay to do that. But if you're going to move in, you need to use CSA because CSA is how you get fast ones. And the way you do that is you basically just do melee into CSA because CSA is burningless. So canceling it out of anything will make you free fall. Okay. We've got Darkhand partner against 00. Oh, this is probably too many. Yeah, this is too many actions, but you got lucky because they're not looking at you. When you hit like close range melee, close range beam rifles like that, you should probably look to convert into the CC8B or something, because CC8B is pretty hard to cut. To be poked, landing punish, that's good. You're probably gonna drop out of pack. Okay. Garo.
You also don't appreciate CSA in normal mode. That move is actually really good for self-defense now.
Yeah, CSA in both modes is useful. Okay, we got the S, but we did remember that. Right into the super, that's good. That's really good.
That's not
okay,
super,
that
that's
wasn't
just
so
BC.
good. Oh, that's just BC? Okay, I thought it was super. My bad. But that was a good. Either way, like I'm pretty sure that does all the damage. So that was a good call.
It does.
I like. Yeah. So the first one was good. The second one was a bit greedy though. The second one was definitely a bit greedy. Okay, we died. We're pushing up. We're gonna pack activate.
I don't think we're doing voice chat anymore, even if Nick does it again, because we were finding too much time waiting to try to get a word in.
Yeah, it was a little bit too chaotic.
Yeah.
We kind of just did it on a whim, but I think we've just decided it's not good anymore. Good 360-degree block. Okay, we went for melee. This is okay. Poke. Come on, CC. Okay, we got the down. It's okay. We got the down. Now we just have to retreat out, or possibly pop burst right now because we need to like take attention. Okay, good. You bursted. Great. Fantastic. Now look at me. Look at me, asshole. Yeah, get on the floor.
A lot of these games are going to be won just by good burst, I think.
Yeah. And I think you're just going to win the game. Yeah, like, perfect. This is Miles, you're actually like a model student right now. You're proving like how much, like, you're like a lot of your basic movement and basic things, they're like, you know, there are holes there, but like the fact that you're bursting, going, and just forcing people to look at you and just ramming yourself into them and consistently getting out like 200 plus damage every burst is making a world of difference. This is like what like every like mid-level player should aim to try to get to in terms of burst usage. Okay. Oh, he had the same idea. Careful. Okay, I thought you were gonna get hit by that one again. Oh no. Okay, so this is pretty awkward, especially because your partner is like moving in really hard. I don't know if I can't comment on what they're thinking of it. But yeah. Okay, so we got it down. Packs out. We're retreating. That's good. We didn't keep going in. We chucked out poke. Yeah, see, like the correction on the Alleluia rush assist is just like so bad. So usually the T-area Garo is better. Okay, we have CSA charge for once. This is like the first time I think I've seen you use it. We're eating so many strike CSBs. Okay.
Same.
Yeah, okay, we bursted. That's good. As long as you don't die, just don't try not to die and burst. Yeah, keep shooting. Just keep shooting. Oh, okay. Oh, I think you just barely died in burst. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's okay. You'll still get another one as long as you go in. Okay, your partner took a hit. You got a kill. That'll help. 2B pokes. Yeah, a lot of these 2B pokes can also be made more boost efficient if you can CSA out of them, or you can, like, you don't have to always CSA out of them, but yeah.
You can't do anything after 6B.
Yeah, unless it's just one hit.
You can't let it. Yeah, you can't let it end. You have to either confirm into CC8B or nothing at all, basically.
Okay, we're almost to burst. We're almost to burst at least, but we should probably stay on the ground because Quanta's and thing. You stayed on the ground. Good. You stayed on the ground. That's correct. Okay. Now his burst is out. You won't die in another combo now, most likely. You went for a block. Oh. Okay, we have the S burst. Are we going to pop the S burst? We're going to pop the S burst. We're going to get a kill. We're going to kill his partner. Let's go. Main. Okay, we're out of S burst. It's okay. Now we refilled our Riser pack, so we can do stuff again.
You need to remember if you S burst, like, it's going to refill your Riser pack as long as you didn't enter S burst wearing it.
Okay, Dark Hand's getting stuff done.
Yeah, you're just focused on not dying for now. And trying to let Dark Hand
I think you got it.
Nice!
Yes, nice. Okay, so, like, I think, Miles, overall, your, like, meta decision-making is actually very, very good in these matches. So, like, almost all the criticism we're going to make is going to be basically on you smoothing out movement or actually executing sequences better, I think. Like, I think I agreed with basically all your overall decision-making in these matches so far, in terms of what you're doing, your target selection, and your burst usage.
And you're, like, running away when you really have no... You're running away when you're taking the heat. And these are also wins. Most of these have been wins, if not all. I
mean, I think these are deserved wins, though. Like, you're doing the right things and, like, overall. So, yeah like, these are, like, you're not, like, just randomly winning. Yeah, these are good matches, definitely. Oh, the CCAP dropped because it was at the wall? Or no, you hit the assist, that's why it dropped. Double X is so cheap. His bits block things. Okay.
Double X is actually incredibly annoying for Montero for that reason.
Oh, well, okay, we just barely avoided that. Okay, poke. Okay. Miles is showing why 00Raiser is actually a relatively high win rate at low level, basically, right now. Well, I say low level, but I mean, like, not high level, basically. Like, when... Okay, S-Burst. They S-Bursted, now they're like, screw you! How dare you S-Burst on me? Die. Let's kill you.
Gotta wag the finger, because Miles submitted highlight matches. Gotta wag the finger. So CSA is a very weird button.
Yeah.
You don't really even use it to the intent to hit half the time.
Yeah. You use it for a fastball. But yeah, I would say that whilst I'm happy with a lot of these matches, and like a lot of them have given us things to like comment on in terms of like your positioning stuff or target or your inputs, it would definitely be better if this is the first game you got overcast, so let's see how you handle it. It would definitely be better.
I would rather have a mix.
Yeah, lost matches help too, so we can see what you did wrong. It's okay. Poking in green lock. Your partner's really low, so you might have to move in. Okay, you got a full screen area shot, good. Poking with that is full screen is pretty solid. You're not diving in, this is good. Okay, you're still poking a little bit. You're still in green lock, probably need to move a little bit. Like, you probably want to move in just a bit and like make some use of the better main. But you're being cautious, I understand. Okay, yeah, we barely got any mains out. This is a big criticism. Like, I understand you're really scared about dying, but you're in Riser mode, so you can afford to move in a bit and do something, like at least fire a main a bit. Because all you needed is one more main to get into S-Burst. Your partner won that, but like at the end of the game, you didn't really do a whole lot. And your partner could have definitely died in like a hit. So in that situation, I would have said, you're in 00Raiser, you're much faster, your beam rifle's really good. Like, try to just push in and get one hit so you can S-Burst, and then you can close the game with that S-Burst, basically.
Alright. Not sure I'll see much in this game, but let's go.
Well, we got something up at the last one to push on. Okay, this is with a 1500, so you probably have to play more aggressive to make sure that you die first. But then again, it is dog, but it depends on how good the dog player is. So let's see. Activate, pushing in, go landing, a little bit stiff. Cut away with it though. start playing. Yeah, these are more situations where CSA fastfall would have been very helpful. So we're gonna have to like hammer that in as the main thing. Okay, out of angled, but it's okay. We're retreating now because pack's going down. Oh no, your partner's definitely gonna overcost, but whatever, I guess. Like, he's doing enough with his S burst that it's probably gonna be okay. Poke. See, okay, yeah, like the normal mode CSA. Early. Yeah, no, that was a tad early, but normal mode CSA is more for self-defense than actively looking for stuff for the most part anyway. Yeah. Like, the correction is, like, not fantastic for attacking with, so you mostly use it when you think people are gonna, like, try to fly into you, basically.
Yeah, and then if they somehow maneuver around it, then they use enough boost that sub might actually hit them.
Correct. Okay, got it down. Partner got that one. Okay. You're probably gonna have to. Yeah, this is probably gonna be your last burst because I don't think your partner's gonna survive. So we need to like get a hit. Okay, good. We got a kill here. We're gonna get the kill with this Vesper. Oh, you're almost dead. Oh, your partner has to win this now. Okay, it's Excellia repair. However, he does have Transam, so this could be dire. You do have Riser Pack to run away. Oh no, you flew into the building, but you didn't get punished for it. Thank goodness. Oh, if that wasn't heavy arms, you would have been dead. I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness, this is literally you being alive because heavy arms can't hit things. Unfortunately, like if this was a normal suit, I swear you'd be dead by now. Oh, you should be so dead. You should be so dead. No, heavy arms is so bad. Not the player. The suit is so bad at hitting people. Ah. Oh, okay. That was kind of like I wouldn't say like you cheese that win, but that was like much. Like that was like much more. Because you were in those situations, the way you were running away was actually if you like, I would like to go back and highlight like some mistakes in terms of movement there, like where I think that
a little too slow. I can requeue it.
Okay.
You want me to requeue it?
Yeah, I would like to comment on a little bit of those things running away because then we could talk about the CSA use after that anyway. But yeah.
Okay, there we go. The heck?
You advanced, you didn't go backwards.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, so like just skip towards the end of it, like when after Miles' S burst, basically. Okay. So go back a bit further than this. A little bit further than that. Yeah, like here. This is fine. So okay, so in this situation you're like, oh, I'm gonna die if I get hit. And so you're now in this like basically one hit death situation. The enemy partner is probably not gonna harass you too much because he's in repair mode. So one, you flew into a building, so that was bad. Two, these situations where you're like, okay, you double back there, like go back a little bit and like pause, like in that situation where he doubled back, like here. No, a little bit further than that.
A little bit further.
Yeah, like a little, yeah. Like we're talking here, then you double back. Like you could have so easily gotten hit if it was like another attack there. So like double backing there was like a very bad decision. So this boost top's okay. Pushing for you should have just like landed if you're in this kind of situation where like you hit people with a stun or something, you should just like land. Like it's actually not worth trying to push the down on stuff in situations like that. So you're also like your boost tops are like kind of too big as well. Like if you can go back again, you're seeing that Rising is good against like melee rushes, but like Heavy Arms is a shooting suit. Like he's not gonna freaking like melee you, right? And so if you're against like shooting suits like that, you're actually more prone to get hit if you do these really long rises, because they're probably going to fly into your vector and like do a high correction CSA, or like any decently fast move, like, you know, Rex is like sub, for example, or whatever. Like anything that's like fast or high correction, you start rising like that, and like they're gonna fly into your vector and you're gonna get hit. You got away with that because you're fighting heavy arms who has like no like fast travel speed buttons, basically. So that was like, so whilst you're rising stuff in like earlier matches to get away from like full saber and burst, like that's like generally a pretty safe option, because melee doesn't have the capacity to chase you up as high as easily. Against shoots that you know aren't really going to go for melee, don't do that. Like it's just kind of asking to get fucked, basically.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, we need to show we need to show like the way to use Riser CSA stuff, because this is like the most important thing you're missing, because you're doing a lot of general.
I hate that triangle is now start game when it used to be pick suit.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to like explain this a little bit in detail, not in detail, but like the application of the fastfall is, like Holly said earlier, is less to actually hit the opponent with your Garobi and more to actually just be able to land close range safely, so you can keep pressing on people. Like, so once we get there. Yeah, so obviously the CSA still has like decent correction, so like it's actually pretty good for self-defense, but for actively hitting people, a little bit difficult.
Yep. But you can actually do like 2 shots. Oh, I just ejected the pack, so I'm smart. This is why I always have to practice muscle memory stuff. It's a suit I haven't played for a while. But yeah, you can do like 1 shot, 2 shot, throw the thing. Step, 6B, CSA. It charges that fast. If you already have it charged, like you'll see people do crap like that.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, that was sloppy, but like...
Yeah, like honestly, like if you're just looking to start implementing it, the best thing is usually just like getting used to throwing like doing like step 2B or like 2B step 6B CSA. Like just, you don't even have to think about like the rest of the sequence. Just think about like, oh, I have CSA now. Let me just like throw like a 2B and then like step 6B CSA. Because, and you can obviously you can retreat with it, but like at close range, if you're like firing a Zunda around people, for example, in Riser Pack mode, you're just like, crap, I need to like take a landing. The 6B will make you face your opponent, so all you got to do is just like lost your Sark on them, just like be firing your beam rifle, and then just like stat 6B CSA. They'll put you on angle, throw out a high correction attack, and they can't really melee you through it. It's pretty safe.
You also need to appreciate that like the 2B gives you a ton of time to charge it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, like obviously, just to go over this is the technique the Holly is employing in terms of using the CSA whilst charging the CSA while shooting. It's like a form of negative edging, basically, because you should be charging, but then you just release and press the button again when you want to fire a beam rifle. That can take a little bit of practice to get used to, but pretty important for suits like this. Like
you don't always need to do the 2B either. Like you can approach, do like 1 shot, 2 shot, then just kind of float for a second, and then wait, and then land.
Yeah. Like
S-burst, like you spam a bunch of shots and then it comes up instantly. And you just do step melee, step 6B, CSA, like flat, 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 flat. And then, oh, I'm gonna take a landing now. Shoot, 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 shoot. Oh, wanna take a landing. Like that CSA I barely even charged, I just knew it was gonna charge like instantly because of S-burst.
The other thing is in like S-burst, you can also fast fall. You should also probably like be working in fast falls of other stuff in general. Like, you can fast fall off sub, you can fast fall off your assist, and like those can also be good to be chucking out as well, just to get more moves out on the field. Obviously the main is the main thing, but if you need to take a landing, then it's a good idea to just be chucking that out.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and at close range, if people are just like running away from you, like they're just trying to, they're like very scared about getting hit, then
appreciate how much this move glides as well. So like anti-melee, look at how much I slide backwards, and that really helps you that really helps angle the shot favorably for you to anti-melee.
Yeah.
So if people are coming at you, it will often hit people out of like their swerves, and then if it doesn't.
Yeah, this is like primarily defensive fun.
I wish these things were better. Well, actually, they're better. It's just you don't have a chance to use them. This is literally an example of a great move that's on a button you just can't afford to use. Because it ruins your... Oh, another thing about 2B is that if you randomly get out of angled, well, it doesn't matter in S-Burst, but if you randomly get out of angled, you can react to it, throw the 2B and step it, and step boost. It's expensive, but it's sometimes better than just floating there and eating a vernier shot. But you kind of need reactions for that. Alright. Let's go next. Yeah, if you can actually get it down doing the 2 mains and then 2B, that whole sequence, that's more of just a demonstration that CSA will charge fast enough that you can technically do it every fall. But that is hard to do, and I don't necessarily expect that. Which is why I showed, like, here, you can shoot, like, 2 beam rifle shots, boost again, and then step 6B CSA to take the landing. And you can often do those really close to the ground, and the closer you do them to the ground, the better most of the time. The Excellia isn't here, so we're gonna go to Ryder.
Okay. Third time's the charm. Sorry. I'm gonna check every time, I swear. Okay, so yeah, like, you didn't use BC.
Yes.
This was good. Screen assist.
The more you use things, the more you'll get of it. It's a really simple equation. Like, in this game, there are very few tools that aren't just worth using the moment you get them, just so you can get more of them before the match is over.
Even Burst is like that, for the record, so yeah.
Like GPO3, the number one thing I complain about people who pick GPO3 is they'll sit with like 1 or 2 ammo and they're like, what if I need it? Someone's coming at me, and it's like, use it! That's what CSA is for. And if you end up stalling long enough, you can actually...
So, Supering was good, but he was in Zero System, so that was actually ended up doing nothing, unfortunately. And like I was saying before, you know, you're still not using BC. You keep forgetting about it. At least you kind of understand that you want to just do like main, assist, and retreat for the most part. But you have to like be very patient. You have to be much more patient. And I'm gonna like, this is gonna sound sad because I know sub is probably a fun button to press with this suit, but sub actually kind of sucks with the suit because it's like, oh sure, it recorrects every shot, right? And it can do a decent amount of damage if you get multiple sub hits at once. But you Verdi are so fucking long, like that if you don't have BC on yourself, it's like pretty dangerous to throw out sub, like with this suit. Like the time it takes for assist to come out in comparison, when assist controls like about as much space, especially if it's the 3-shot one, is like just dramatically better. There's like no real reason to press sub with this thing unless you just as a confirm, because you have so much assist ammo for the most part, and it's so much faster. So like try to like refrain from actually pressing sub much on this thing at all, frankly. Okay.
Yeah, like that. Like all the way to red.
I know that feels good. I know it feels good to do, but you should never do that. Basically, like never ever do that. It's actually quite bad. Like retreat out, main assist. Another assist is okay. You have so much assist ammo as well.
Those missiles have good guidance.
Yeah, they do. Main.
Another thing is this thing consumes boost the entire duration.
Yeah, it costs so much freaking boost as well.
Like you're not landing below red if you use it more than once. So it's like an absolute last resort to chain it.
Like, the only instance I really, like, if it's not a last resort, the only instance I really think about, like, her sub being any good is basically it travels faster, so you can get landing punishes more easier with it. That's basically it. But if you're landing punishing with it, chaining it doesn't do anything, right? Because what's not going to juggle? You know what I mean? Like, you should only just do the one hit and immediately retreat with that. Okay, so this game is kind of like a giant clusterfuck, and, like, your partner, like, basically did most of the work. But yeah, you did your super at the right time, so that's good. And you remember to use burst. If you have the option to, like, I mean, I know that, like, obviously you don't always have the option to, but if you're going to be playing like a 2.5k, playing with a 1.5k, playing with a 3k is generally a pretty like suspect thing because there's no real advantage to this composition. You're just playing like a weaker 2000 that has a little bit more HP, like by comparison, you're often like just weaker than most 2Ks as a result. So whereas if you play this a 1.5k with a 2.5k or a 2k, then you actually get one extra life, which means you can get 3 half bursts basically. And you might be able to give your partner 3 half bursts. That's basically how the game is won, like bursts. Like, so more bursts, good. This composition does not give your team more bursts.
Also, yeah, I really agree. Just like main AC, like that should be your poke like all the time. Yeah. Main AC land, main AC land,
or just AC. Like your assists are constantly reloading, and they're all pretty spammable. They're all pretty good.
You can be getting just a lot more out on screen, a lot safer, versus pressing sub, which uses your full burst bar.
The other thing is like when you're in S burst, like your sub is like it's not even like helping you very much either. Okay, so we've S bursted like very defensively to try not to overcost. We're getting chased. We're stalling in the air. We could have called BC to like help protect us while we're running away, and we should have done that. We're still waiting on it. You can also do a fast stall. Okay, we're stalling in the air. This is good. Okay, you jumped right in the air. You know you're getting called on. You tried to stall. Okay, you dropped after like one sequence of stalling, so you kind of knew the right thing to do, where you like whiff melee into block, but you did the sequence too slowly. So you need, like, if you're going to do that, you kind of need to like that's something you can just do in training mode, where you can just go up into the air and try to see how long you can stay really high up without losing any altitude. So that helps a lot. Okay, burst. The burst hit. Oh, see, the correction on the sub isn't even that good. Like, it didn't even hit there. Okay, we need the burst. We got the burst. We got the knockdown. We got a burst on our partner. We threw super. That's good.
I'm pretty sure you can just be... No, wait, in Super's out, you can't use the assist, but...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've seen, like, GunEZs just pick a spot where they know they're annoying and just main assist and like I don't know how many you can call at a time.
You can call all of them. Like you can keep calling all of them. Like as long as you have only one of each type out, so you can have the shoot assist, the missile assist, the rush assist. I think there's one more, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Thug. I'm not sure, I just know that I've had a good player on GunEZ just call like 3 assists at once on me in S-Burst because they all reload instantly anyway, so.
The rush assist, I know stuns. I'm not sure if the correct... Like, I haven't played this suit enough to comment on like how good the correction is for the most part. I would generally say that the missile assist and the shoot assist are the best ones because the missile assist has the best guidance as far as I'm aware, and the shoot assist controls the space the longest because it puts the most crap out of the screen. I think the rush assist is probably gonna, like most rush assists will probably be pretty good if people are pushing on you. Yeah, I suppose the other thing I should say on the meta level is that if you're, like, obviously Holly said it before, you should probably be giving, like, these things to yourself, the shield GunEZs to yourself. But this goes, like, doubly so when you're playing with a composition that you can't afford to overcost. And you just shot it, you S-bursted, shot it in a Akatsuki with Reflect. Oh god, you're still doing it! Yeah, please don't shoot a Akatsuki like that. Stop, it doesn't work. Okay, I'm just gonna guess you didn't know that was a thing. But yes, Akatsuki can, like, reflect bullets back at you. So, yeah, it costs a lot of boost room to do that. So you should just, like, let him do it. Like, that punishes the plan. That was pretty funny. I've not seen that work in matches in a very long time. Okay, need to not die here.
Decent, actually.
Need to not die. Need to not die. Need to not die. Last second step. That was good. Okay, we got the down. Need to not die. Please keep running away. Oh no, you're probably gonna die. Okay, you're not quite dead because the enemy didn't really do a good combo. Oh wait, you're with a 2.5k this match. That's okay. So you can die one more time.
Yeah.
But you still didn't really want to. Okay, your partner closed the game. Yeah, finally we have like a normal. I lost track of the fact that your partner was Ultron and not 3k because you had like 3 games in a row where you're playing 3k. This is a much preferable thing because that in the situation is like, oh no, you're gonna die, the game's gonna end. But actually, you could die one more time. It would be okay. Wouldn't be great, but it would be okay. Okay. Double low cost colors. Yeah, like you still don't want to overcost with the 2.5k though, because you do cut into their HP. So ideally you die second in this decomposition still. You don't want to like play super back, but you definitely still want to die second. And with a 2k it doesn't matter. Which is one of the advantages of that team comp. You can both just like ram yourself into people. Okay. Shooting your partner's target. Kind of unfortunate.
That's a good main assist, because the main didn't even come close, and then the assist went, nah, I got you, fam.
Yeah. Remember to throw BC on, but your partner's at 53 HP. Little sus. Okay, now you're BC reloaded immediately. You're an S-burst, and you're still not using it. So
yeah, it's like the majority of these games, it's just like you have all this stuff to use.
Like, especially for GunEZ's S-burst, I probably haven't stressed this enough, but like, what will make GunEZ's S-burst pretty good as well is that you can, number one, you can fast fall off your assist, but number two, you can throw on a fucking shooting guard on yourself whilst you're jumping at people and spamming main. They can't shoot you. They have to run away. Like,
yeah,
that you exert like a lot of pressure for your cost when you do that. And it's similar to like what Victory does, like Marbit Victory for that cost tier, because she has shot guard during when she fires her main. So when you're basically immune to being shot while shooting people, that's a really big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're speeding up a bit. This is okay. You're probably going to get a burst now. You're going to burst, or you're going to hold it. Okay, you're going to hold it. Melee. Yeah, this suit has like no melee combos. If you like hit any melee, it's probably better like to just end with sub or something. It's one of the applications. Okay. Yeah, like obviously there are still like positioning things and stuff we can talk about. You're generally bursting, which is good, but the way you're playing 1.5k, especially, and the way that you're applying all her tools are enough of a big deal that you need to focus on those primarily. Like I don't know how much this is the last one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
With another 3k partner. So yeah, like whilst there are definitely things I could be commenting on in terms of your positioning and your movement, like making sure you're actually using the suit and the cost correctly is like far more important at the level you're at right now. Because the other things will start making a lot more sense once you get the things right. Okay, good. Main assist. Yeah, and we're just boost hopping around. We're not diving in. Okay, we're moved in a bit too far. We need to retreat. Okay, move ahead. PC. Too much backwards and forth movement. You did just like I don't know why you retreated, like, or change your direction there, because there was nothing coming at you. Random stat, then boosted forward. Ugh. Main assist. We did it again. Only took a while to get another one though. Sub poke. Just barely got that.
That was awkward.
That was super awkward. I also think you had no business pushing into the enemy like that. Like, sure, did they die there in overcost, but guess what? You don't want to overcost either. You should just do nothing and let your partner do things. Like,
yeah, that was pretty nothing.
Like this game is kind of a stall for your partner again. Like because you had no business pushing into that Psycho Zaku when you were on potentially kill range HP and you're in a 3K comp. So yeah. Is there anything you would like to specifically add, or I'll summarize?
Nah, you summarize.
Okay, so yeah, number one, use your BC. Like, that's the draw of GunEZ. Use your BC. Like, yeah, absolutely, just use it immediately. Like, if you're playing with like a really aggressive partner, it's fine to give it to your partner. Like, if you're playing with like Altron or something, right? Like, give him the BC so that he can just like eat shots whilst YOLOing on people. But if you're playing like in a normal neutrally game, like you're playing with a shooty suit, put it on yourself. Like, just put it on yourself immediately. Next, make sure you really use sub except for like landing punishes for the most part. Like, it's just kind of bad, and like never chain it unless you're literally like in overheat already and you're just like shit, and like as a last defense option. Like, chaining it is really bad. Basically, just do like main into missile assist or shoot assist. Like, just do that, and like just like that should be like your one sequence you're doing per before you each time before you land. Like, you just like main, like boost up, main assist, retreat, boost up, main assist, retreat, like boost up, main assist, retreat. That's it. Like, that's really all you can do because you have no way to take like particularly good landings with this suit. So it's very hard to do anything else. And the assists are good, so like yeah, and then as for like
okay, it's forward and back. But yeah, like you can get a shot, assist, and a shot and land yellow like every time, and then you still have like one more boost dash to adjust your landing. Oh wow, it's already back. Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah, BC, the GunEZ BC rolls pretty fast in this game, so yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna count it when it goes away.
And then yeah, the next thing is like
So like 12 to 14 seconds.
Yeah, but yeah, and then the final thing is, you know, be more conscious about the death order and the cost composition that you're playing and how many lives you're going to get. Because
also all the assists kind of attack at like a different timing, so like you can kind of just chuck them all out. Yeah.
Or just like assist into fastfall in Espers is also very good. Like, just like you're boost hopping at people spamming thing, and then you just like do step assist fastfall. So like just like main, like call assist and fastfall out of it. Like step assist fastfall. Like even if you have BC on, it's still good because you want your BC to last longer on yourself. But yeah, like keeping track of like the cost composition. So like with the 2K, with the 2K, you want to be you both just double front, and it doesn't matter who dies first. 1.5K, you need to double front, but you also need to not overcost. You need to be a little bit slower than your partner. So if your partner's like a very aggressive suit, you go in with them, and then you try to retreat if you get low and only focus on defense to not overcost. And if you're
worth mentioning, that's a dust down, meaning they can't tech. So even though your melee's bad, you just want to get someone off you, you can just
Which move is that?
8B.
Okay.
If they have dust particles coming off them, that means it's untechable. Just wanted to glance over the melee quick.
Sure. Sure.
CC8B and 8B are the same move, I think. No, CC8B is slightly more of a grind.
I don't think CC8B is untechable.
Nope, they both are.
Okay.
Look, you can tell dust particles. That's a universal thing. That was 8B. It's like, I don't think there's any way you can ever get, like, meaningful damage off this suit, so, like, anything that just gets them on the ground like that after a few hits is fine.
If you did 2 hits of melee, you actually just can't combo it for the most part. Like, it's really... The melee's really atrocious.
But yeah.
So yeah. 3Ks play super like defensive. You must not overcost. 2Ks you can double front. 2.5Ks you can be like relatively aggressive, but you still don't want to overcost.
All right.
And try not to play this thing with 3Ks because there's no benefit to playing a 1.5K 3K team for the most part. It's just worse than playing anything else because you don't get an extra life. So yeah, there you go. That's like with the most things to look over for this thing.
But yeah, like, you can actually be a little less thoughtful of what you're doing with your shots, which is weird to say, but like just doing one shot, call whatever assist you want, the missile or the beam rifle or the rush. The rush actually looks pretty decent, especially for how long it stuns. Because it does that thing where like it sits for a second, then accelerates rapidly. But yeah, you can just like, every time you leave the ground in Redlock, just do BR assist, then try to land. And the assist will finish things for you. Because 1.5k is like never want a Zunda. Like if a 1.5k has to Zunda, it's a death sentence. Yeah. I think the missile assist looked like the best one by far. But you've got 8 of them. 8?
Yeah, I would agree that the missile assist is generally the best one in my experience as well.
That one just looks way above the others, to be honest. Anyway, this person's not here, but we're going to go through the replays quick.
I'm watching the stream to make sure that
it's on. I've double-checked already.
Okay. Okay. Excellia. So, Excellia with crossbow against a 1.5k 3k.
Throwing sub like right at minute 0, I like that.
Yep. Good. Throw another sub, do it.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a hit. Okay. Punish them.
Yeah, get the subs on cooldown. Don't just sit on one.
Yeah. You want to... In fact, like, throwing them out as fast as you can is just always better, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got a hit. You didn't get the second one. Ugh, okay, that one was, like, very questionable. Okay, good. You used bits on yourself. I already liked you because, like, way too many Excellia players do not use bits on themselves. And they're like, I just give it to my partner. That's better, right? But, like, frankly, you should keep them so you don't overcost. Like,
thanks for the follow, Emerald Ray.
Yeah. Oh, no. Didn't quite get that one. And then you're in a tough, typical...
But yeah, they're happy you use bits on yourself.
You super immediately, which is okay, but yeah, now you're gonna die. Oh, you somehow are alive. 1 HP. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this like after this match to comment on something, but yeah. Okay, we're charging CSA in green lock. This is good. We're gonna poke. We're looking for it now. Didn't quite get it. Direct sub. Went for the super armor. I think you got it for a rush, but okay, you got a burst. Okay, no, you tech bursted.
That was the bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't need the tech burst.
Yeah, you did. You already weren't gonna die, so you should have just like not done it. You can throw. So on yourself. You didn't do bits on yourself. Okay, so if you can go back over this game, there are a couple things I want to point out. That's okay? Okay, so this is going to be like positioning related stuff. So thing is, with Excellia in a team composition like this, the Ifrit is like kind of your bane because you have none of your like general defensive buttons actually work very well against him. So you should be like just zoning the hell out of the way of him constantly. Like, literally just like don't even be like close to him, because one of the great things about this suit is you're actually pretty good in green lock. So when you move in to throw like sub or something, or like you throw like one main and then you just like boost top retreat away, you can just be charging CSA, and then like, and if they don't chase you, you just throw CSA at people and try to hit them. And you're contributing a decent amount there, and you're preserving your life much better, and it helps manage your ammo too. Like, you're chasing the Ifrit right now as Excellia, and that's like extremely questionable. Like, Excellia is pretty bad at actually chasing people, like, and you have no business moving up and taking damage unless you absolutely have to. Like, this game could have gone like way more stably if you didn't take like so much damage right now.
Also, I'm pretty sure the Skyleap is a much better self-defense AC in most situations.
Yeah, like you didn't like even the Skyleap Garaby, that's like the 8 AC, I think. I think that's 8 AC. Is like very good to that's even good to put with in Greenlaw because it causes a huge explosion. So you might be having the problem where you're like, oh, my partner's playing too fast, I need to like move up to play with them. But like, I mean, if you can play in Greenlock and not take damage, you can just give your partner 2 lives anyway. Like, and you're on E-burst, so you don't have to like worry about that in the same degree. Now, that was a decent use of 8 AC, but I also want to go back over the flip burst and to kind of explain why that was incorrect burst that time. Yeah. So if we could jump back to like when they bursted. So in this situation, you got hit, right? That's it. You're down now. You're down. So there's no reason to tech there. Your partner had 300 HP. He wasn't going to die immediately. You had no real incentive to do that. You just wasted like half your burst. Because look how much burst you lost from bursting when
it's half.
You did that.
It's half.
Like you had half burst.
It's like 25%.
Look how much burst
when you activate it.
You just lost like half of all your burst there basically. And that's like halving the time you can spend in burst. People weren't even near you, so you didn't really get a proper punish either. And you weren't able to really make any use of the burst because it just ran out by the instant you threw out one attack. So yeah, attacking at the end of an enemy's combo with E-burst is like extremely bad. You generally speaking, you want to manually activate your E-burst. Like, you want to actually use it normally. The flip is actually like for safety measures. Like, it's there in case you fuck up. This is not the thing you should want to do. So in that situation, you should have just held it and then bursted manually to try to do more with it.
If you have the reactions to get out like right at the start of a melee combo, then it's very worth it because you're stopping like 300 damage. But
yeah,
towards the end of sequences like that, like you are actually knocked down.
Yeah. Okay.
It's better to just wait.
Sub, good. Oh, too many. There's too. You should probably not be throwing more than two things per sequence with this suit for the most part. Like, you should like one main, one sub is like max basically for the most part. Don't be like I've been seeing like a bunch of like trying going for like sub into main and stuff. Just don't worry about it. Like, because you have to vernier to shoot basic stuff, so you have less capacity to actually do things with this suit. Okay. You're moving up with because you're playing with an Ifrit, which is okay. This rush is probably not going to hit. Yeah, you did that too far away. That would be like a good place to use Garaby, not the charge. You flip bursted, you threw that, it's okay. Just land. Okay, thank goodness you landed. Okay, you got hit by points. Partner's bursting. Moving in. Trying to help support your partner. Did you main them off? Didn't shoot your partner. Did the spread shot, that's okay. Do sub. Moving around. Be careful about like throwing vernier shots when you know you've got funnels on you as well with this thing. It's also important. Yeah, you're charging CSA here, very questionable. Like, you're in redlock, you don't have BC on you. CSA is usually not a good option because it takes much longer to come out than like firing main. So
this is actually something cute. You want to know how you could have gotten attention here? Because like they were running to go bully your partner, right? You could have activated a half burst.
Yeah.
And you actually probably would have pulled someone's attention to you.
Yeah, like, the thing is that Excellia's super is so fucking good as well. You also having more time to line up her super. I should probably stress that. Like, having more time to line up her super, and if people don't look at you, you can probably just land the super and it'll just hit. And it'll do, like 250 damage or something to people. I don't know how much it does.
Yeah, that was a nice attempt. He got underneath you, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised your partner survived this long.
Yeah, you're shot immune during it, obviously, so that, like, really helps. Excellia super is just good. Okay, this is still okay, though. Your partner's HP regulation is pretty solid. Your partner is doing very well. Okay, your partner just died, but now you have, like, basically the same HP. He's probably not going to get another burst, though, so you're, like, one combo away from death. Okay, next hit, you're dead. So this is going to be a little bit precarious. Depends on how much burst they've got. Oh, no. That was just unfortunate. I actually think that was a good thing, but the hill was in the way. Okay, so... yeah. I would say that the game was more rather than like looking at at that point of why you lost. It was mostly just because you didn't actually get a whole lot done during your burst. Like, you did try to use the super, but you used it on somebody very far away from you, so it was much less likely to hit. And you used it at like a slightly inopportune moment. Like when you actually bursted, if we could rewind to when he actually bursted on, like after doing the 2 AC with, like round about here, when you bursted here, you probably should have like considered doing an aggressive movement to super somebody like immediately, like whilst you're in the burst, like because then you were like, I should just press it because like I'm in it and I should just use it. But you kind of like retreated defensively when you half bursted, and like kind of the point of e-burst is that you can actually just make aggressive pushes and doesn't actually.
Well, you also weren't going to get another one, so the damage you take mattered a little less. But having the damage reduction also lets you get away with greed a bit more.
Well, it's not just that. It's the Excellia's super makes you shot immune, so like it's pretty safe to actually just fly up and press it. Like
well, it takes a lot to deal with. So
much
yeah. So people have to commit a crap ton to deal with it. So if you just fly directly into people and do it, you get both a really obnoxious super, get a lot of attention, and then people now have to melee you. And if they do manage to melee you, you have e-burst damage reduction helping you.
So yeah, like common things I'm seeing so far, just basically like obviously better burst usage, CSA more in green lock, and try not to do too many things. Okay, so we're green locking, we're charging, we poke. We know it's not going to hit. We're going to cancel.
Oh, you
too much boost usage. Too much boost usage. Too much boost usage. Oh goodness. Oh no. Yeah, like, and also you didn't retreat at all in this sequence.
I think I can go back.
You should have just boost up and away. Go back. Yeah, go back. Like. Here,
like CSA is fine.
Just land. Just land. Just land. Just land. And now you're not retreating. You're not retreating. You're boosting left and right instead of retreating. Like, you need to just retreat.
Yeah, especially with a suit like Excellia, where people have to struggle to commit to you. Just like boost hop away. Okay, good. You use the Sky Leap.
Yeah, and
I think it's very good. Like, that's the one. I think that's the AC button that's like the easiest to crutch on, and I think it's also the best one in most circumstances.
Okay, the flip into main, we didn't get anything.
Don't need to call it that flip, so it was a new free combo.
Yeah.
That was fine.
Yeah. Okay, some of these like on defense, you're having problems because you're trying to shoot E-Freak off you, but for the most part, you actually don't need to respond to him trying to melee you unless you react to him doing exam dash. Like, you should actually just like fly away from him and not press anything.
You should just boost hop away, and then if you see the exam dash, you just step and boost. And if he keeps chasing, he's gonna have like no boost left, and you can just fire main. If he still isn't hit, you can boost fire main, and there's no way he's getting away from the second main. He just doesn't have the boost.
Yeah. This has just turned into a complete scramble. There's almost no way you can recover from this game at this point. So yeah, like there's not really much to comment on what you can do better at the end of the game, because you kind of just took too much damage early on from E-Freak, and then on your second life you stood in the middle of both the enemy players. You're not really playing to like the suit's strengths a lot. Like, you need the suit wants to be at long range. Like you are able to hit people at close range who move into you, but you don't really want to move into people unless you absolutely have to. Like, the game's going to end. I have to front, and I know my partner is also running away, because if your partner is not like trying to like retreat behind you and you're trying to move up, then like you're still not going to hit crap when you try to fly up, because you have to burn here. Okay. You use the that was good use of the 2B, the stun toss. That's also a decent move because you can step out of it. So that's pretty okay to throw on defense. Boosted hop away. Yeah. A lot of these are just like not making enough space away from me. You work back to the wall though. This is good. Yeah, like the guarantee is also very good.
That's a much better panic button than trying to like hold your ground. Like if you're thinking of holding your ground, the reflex should probably be Sky Leap because at least it pulls you into the air as well and buys you more time. Good step.
Decent CSA. Unfortunately, you hit your partner, but you hit them as well, so it's fine. Okay. Yeah.
That was actually decent.
Oh, Destiny's so fast in burst. That was hard to react to, unfortunately.
I would just activate it.
Burst. No, you're taking so much
No, you tech bursted! Look at that! 50% gone!
No, look at it. All your burst is gone now.
I'm actually... Okay, full disclosure. I'm making an e-burst video right now, and the one thing people don't appreciate about e-burst, especially on full, you extend burst, you tech flipped, it's literally half gone. Half.
Yeah, like with a normal burst, you only lose about 25%, so it's less bad. E-burst, they're like they will punish you for doing a full tech burst. It's actually very bad to do it.
Yeah, like activating it manually before you even like are close to taking damage is often fine because it lasts like almost 20 seconds. And say you have like 300 HP, like that might make it so you take like 4 hits to kill instead of like 2 or 3 because of the damage reduction. Like, so even in worst case, you're getting hit and burst, which is also bad. Like, it's still better spent. No, that was unfortunate. You have to be very careful with e-burst usage.
Okay, this is like, yeah, you're like, you're not you're making like a common mistake, and it's that you're just basically not retreating after you do stuff. Like you're moving in to do stuff, and then you're like, oh, I need to like stay within range to do things. But especially versus low cost compositions, you need to hang on to your life like so badly, like especially with 3K. And Excellia fucking sucks at fronting. So you need to hold on to your life for dear God. So like you should be like literally just like throwing a main and sub and then boosting away. Similar to what we just said for GunEZ. Like just throw something and then retreat. And like if they come to you, you can defend yourself and retreat and stuff like that. But like the draw of a suit like Excellia is that people are gonna want to come to you because they really don't like your CSA.
Yeah.
They're like, she's just gonna put your CSA on the other side of the map. So I have to go like do something about that. Because otherwise she's passively gonna do like 200 damage to me, like whilst being like completely unhittable. Right? That's the draw of the suit.
Good.
Is that you can
manually activated E-burst. Now if you don't take damage, you're gonna get a second half easily.
Yeah, you're gonna get a second half easily, man.
Yep. Alright.
I would throwing bits on yourself right now.
Oh, you also do get...
Oh no, you burn-eared! You
didn't boost cancel it.
Yeah. That was like perfect time to activate, but you didn't.
Look at that! You boosted towards the explosion, and he couldn't chase you because he tried to boost into it. Yeah. Like, the Sky Leap is so good.
He's bursting on you. This is okay. You see, you got your half burst ready now. You can move up. You can burst. You can do something. Let's try and land a super on.
I would just manually activate it to save myself.
Oh dear, yeah, manually activate it. Yeah. Like you need to burst. Like just burst and super someone. Oh well.
Because both of those suits, well, Ifrit hits pretty hard, but Ifrit shouldn't be able to catch you once you start just boost hopping away. But like you can even manually activate your half second life against a lot of suits because their pot shots just won't deal enough damage. I have to get a feel for it, depending on the 2.5k I'm playing, whether I want to activate manually or not on last life. But with 2ks, it's pretty automatic that if I activate it, they're not going to kill me during the active time, even if they hit me.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot like just go back a little bit again. I just want to like highlight. This is like it's mostly the same stuff, but I just want to make sure we're highlighting it properly. So
I also want to mention when you put the shield on, you can move up and try to make some plays just so people go like, "What the heck? Excellia's here," and then you get a couple greed shots, and then they start feeling like you're at any moment you could just start running into them, even if you're actually playing fairly methodically and just waiting for your shield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you use your shield, you can just fly up and main somebody, and like it's much harder to deal with at close range. So like here, you just boosted left. Like rewind a little bit. Like I would like to ask for pauses at like specific points. So here, like you boost topped, you fired, and you boost. Like, then you just boosted left, like away from it, instead of going away for some reason. Like you should be moving away into the ideal range, not like holding ground in the way that you seem to be doing right now. That Gara was unfortunate, but. Like, so many of the problems that you're having right now are basically just you're not in the right place. Like, you're actually just standing in the wrong place right now. Like, this is a super positioning heavy suit, because if you're in the right place, like, the games go so much better.
I should have called this out way earlier, but they're also not doing directional influence. Just probably why they don't feel like their boost tops are getting them that far. Yeah. Excellia floats. She floats really well, so if you hold a direction you're boost topping, you will fly very, very far.
Mm-hmm. Overcost.
Like when I played Blue Destiny, I had to realize that I couldn't afford to Vernier when chasing Excellia, because she will actually move fast enough to keep running away from me boost hopping.
Need to burst to get attention. Okay. And you still haven't burst. Now you did another flip burst. Goodbye, all the bursts.
Goodbye, half bursts.
Super, maybe? No. Okay, 2 AC is okay, but now you're probably dead. Like, Ifrit's probably gonna kill you. Okay, no, he got cut, so you're... Oh, no, you are dead. Okay. Yeah. Woo. So, yeah. If you overcost as Excellia, you should basically, like, instantly burst and move up to, like, make people look at you. And, like, that doesn't mean you have to, like, actually, like, attack people really hard. You just have to peel attention so your partner can get into a better position and, like, isn't liable to die immediately, basically. Because your suit's very bad at drawing attention unless you have like bits on you, your shield bits, or you bursted. Because if you're bursted, they have to look at you because they might eat super. Basically, that's literally it. And you're just trying to buy like a few seconds of your partner to be able to get away from them. Because if you can get into position again where your partner's behind you and you're in the front, it makes it much easier. But the couple of seconds of where you're alive and you're trying to get into position and they're completely ignoring you can get really, really bad. Too many actions, boosting into people. Yeah, like you just boosted like sideways and retreating again. Like at this point.
This is going a bit better because Ifrit's not breathing down your neck the entire time.
Yeah. A good block from them. So a step to get out of the way of shots. That was good. I like it. CSA. Yeah, you're using CSA mostly like at close range in red lock. You should be using this actually in green lock.
Yeah, you need the Sky Leap's the one you use in red lock. And then CSA is mostly for green lock poking.
That was good. You had a vector, you got a shot, you got a kill. And you're pretty healthy, and your partner is like probably just going to take both lives if this goes properly. Oh no, you're moving in a little bit. Oh, you give it to your partner. That's okay in this situation because he's exam mode blue desk. There's an Ifrit, or is it Ifrit? It's Ifrit. Okay, so you gave it to the Ifrit. That's fine. The Ifrit is shown that he's pretty good at rushing, and he appreciates that to help rush. Bonk! Oh, that was a pretty.
That was a decent use of the commitment.
Yeah,
because that's what you use it for. It's like nobody looks at you if you're getting like hard ignored, right? They just wanted Excellia to have a move where it's like, you didn't look at me, die.
Yeah.
And it's much better as like kind of like an intercepting or.
Yeah, I mean, like most of that was your Ifrit partner kind of carrying because you still had positioning errors quite a lot, but he's drawing so much attention, your positioning errors end up not mattering basically. Because,
also, like, another benefit with the one-hit down suits is when you boost top directly away, you only need one shot to knock down pursuers. And you just don't... I don't think you appreciate how strong just boost dashing diagonally away is.
Like, you don't actually need to shoot, like, your main unless you think it's probably going to hit or it's probably going to punish a landing or something with a one-shot down suit. Like, you don't have to keep throwing it out, like, in the hope that it hits basically in the same way.
Like, this is one of the most frustrating suits I can think of to try to chase down, because she just moves fairly fast, and she doesn't have to commit much to defend herself, because it's only a single shot, so I'm like, ooh. Alright. I don't think we have anything to demonstrate, do we? For Excellia?
Yeah, there isn't really. There isn't really a whole lot besides, like, unless you wanted to demonstrate how whack super is. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows how whack her super is. So
yeah, I think there is enough Excellia players. I don't think I need to go over that. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.